Still, given all the misinformation that's been spread over the past few months, I realize that many Americans have grown nervous about reform. So tonight I want to address some of the key controversies that are still out there. And one more misunderstanding I want to clear up. Under our plan, no federal dollars will be used to fund abortions, and federal conscience laws will remain in place.
When President Obama came and spoke to the joint session of Congress on September 9th, he said, quote, "And one more misunderstanding I want to clear up. Under our plan, no federal dollars will be used to fund abortions," unquote. Is that a true or false statement?
That's exactly what he said.
Okay, that's what he said, but is it an accurate statement?
I called him. I called the president, had a discussion with the president, and I read exactly what you just said. And he said, what it says is, under my plan, being the president's plan. And I'd say with all due respect, sir, you do not have a plan. The only plan we have out is the House plan. So I don't know if it's a game of semantics or what.
So President Obama did not tell you, Congressman Stupak, that the plans that have been drafted in the House, the bill that actually came out of your committee, does not fund abortion.
He did not say that.
He didn't assert that. He said that his plan.
His plan.
Theoretically some different plan than the one you actually drafted in the committee.
Correct. And when I pointed this out, he said, go back and work with the people in your committee and get this matter worked out. Work with the speaker. Work with us, would you? And I said, yes, I would. And we have tried. But we haven't been able to resolve our differences because we do not want public funds going for abortion.
Did President Obama indicate to you that he supports your amendment?
He is supportive of what I'm trying to do. However, we're getting down to crunch time. And I would call upon the president to help us out here. The speaker has told me I will not have my amendment. It will not be made in order. It will not be part of 3200. So the caps of language, which citizens will have to start using their funds, public funds, to pay for abortions, will be part of 3200. And I will not have an opportunity on the House floor to delete that language or to put the hide language in there to supersede the caps.
So the president has represented to you that he supports the goal of prohibiting federal dollars from being used to buy insurance that covers abortion.
Yes.
Without saying he supports the specific language of your amendment.
Without saying he supports my specific language.
Madam Speaker, at this time I want to yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Stupak, who's played a very influential role in this legislation.
The gentleman from Michigan is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wish to engage the chairman in a colloquy, if I may. Throughout the debate on the House, members on both sides of the abortion issue have maintained that current law should apply. Current law with respect to abortion services include the Hyde Amendment. The Hyde Amendment and other similar statutes to it have been the law of the land on federal funding of abortion since 1977 and apply to all other federal programs and all health care programs, including hardship, Medicare, Medicaid, Indian Health Services, Veterans Health Care, military health care programs, community health centers, and the Federal Employees Health Benefit Program. The intent behind both this legislation and the executive order the President will sign is to ensure that, as provided for in the Hyde Amendment, that health care reform will maintain a ban on the use of federal funds for abortion services except in the instances of rape, incest, and endangerment of life of the mother.
If the gentleman will yield to me,
yes,
that is correct. I agree with the gentleman from Michigan that the intent behind both the legislation and the executive order is to maintain a ban on federal funds being used for abortion services. I yield another 30 seconds, as is provided in the Hyde Amendment.
The motion is really a last-ditch effort of 98 years of denying Americans health care. The motion to recommit does not promote life. It is the Democrats who have stood up. It is the Democrats who have stood up.
Suspend. Those who were shouting out are out of order.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this motion does not promote life. It is the Democrats who have stood up for the principle of no public funding for abortions. It is Democrats, through the President's executive order, that ensures the sanctity of life is protected. because all life is precious and all life should be honored. Democrats guarantee all life, from the unborn to the last breath of a senior citizen, is honored and respected.